Hello, hello. Greetings and salutations. Welcome in. We're actually starting in a relatively decent time tonight. Hell yeah. We got everybody in. So, gonna do a quick little intro. So, greetings and salutations. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Um, yeah, super quick. All right, with that, I'm gonna round them up, get them ready. Give me a sec. Alrighty. So, who would like to do a recap, if at all? There we go.
Well, we found ourselves trying to activate the sigil to take us to what we thought would be the logical plane of Mechanus, but we struggled and struggled, and finally, we added fire to this forge again and again, and then finally we got the sword to be sort of magically heated. We inserted it into the sort of ersatz keyhole that we felt would get us to activate the sigil. And finally, then a giant Titanic sort of automaton was kind of coming for us, but we were able to activate the sigil and we escaped, and we found ourselves in a place quite different than what we expected. It appears that we found ourselves in the Underdark, a sort of demi-monde connected to the material plane, but separate from it, and we're wandering down there in the dark.
Quick and concise.
We came upon a massive sort of clearing. If we think of the caves as a sort of forest ecology, we came upon like a really large kind of open space, and that's what I remember.
Alrighty. Okay, maybe not. If there is nothing else that you can think of,
There was a big bird, and it was flying
Yeah,
around, threatening.
Oh, right, the Pteranodon. Uh, oh wait, did we know it was a Pteranodon?
No,
I feel like somebody figured that out because I remember Cube
Yeah,
trying to
Veldrin
guess
figured it
the name.
out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Beldrine. Alright, point. Dinosaurs be in these caves. We playing Ark now.
alrighty. Well, let's pick up where we left off. Also, Kozik, I can hear there's an echo. Um,
it's not showing anything's coming through my microphone, but okay.
it is briefly, every so often. So yeah, you guys are in some unknown underground mushroom-esque biome. Actually, let me get a proper scene for them. And let's see. I believe you guys were following the expert decision making and directional capabilities of Little One.
And Sorry wanted to make mushrooms for dinner, but nobody was interested.
There we go. So yeah. So I guess the question is, do you guys want to, so are you just basically walking in a random direction?
Yeah, I think we didn't really know where to go, which is more or less why we had little one just point in a direction. I think we were gonna just start moving in a direction, because we sat there for a little bit and just didn't really know which way to go. And I guess the thought was eventually, Niavara or Veldrin hopefully will recognize something, and be able to kind of piece together exactly where we are. Um,
How vast is the Underdark? Is it like really huge?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Imagine the
Okay,
entire undercrust of the world.
so it's not like you've actually been everywhere.
No, that'd
yeah,
be
like
fun
there's a
though.
good chance that this
Yes,
could be a
right.
completely new place for everybody. So, but Zed is especially leaning on Veldrin and Niavara, just for any sort of directional prowess. He's been to the Underdark once for a very brief amount of time.
Did I have them do a survival yet? Go back through the chat log, double check something. Oh, okay. All right, so walking in random direction, got it.
I guess, is there a way that we can, like, do we have a compass? Do we know? I guess we were still kind of trying to go east, more or less, right? Or do we even
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. This was the plan anyway, because we couldn't get past a certain point anyway.
Alrighty. So eventually, you come across a very sudden cliffside drop amidst this forest of mycelia. And you don't really see a clear path to another side as it goes into the dark. But it is a very pretty steep, not a 90-degree kind of drop, but you know, it's at a pretty rough angle. So I guess
So-
the question is, do you want to try and climb down it or just go lateral?
Well, a question too, for the DM. This creature that was flying around, if I remember correctly, it was above the canopies, so we couldn't really see it, but we knew that it was around.
Mm-hmm.
And Zed sent up the raven up through the trees, and
I believe
the
it was
thing like
attacked.
swooped
was eaten.
in,
Yeah.
and grabbed the raven. Do we like this thing's still there? Do we perceive that it's still there? Have we walked far enough to where we think it's gone, or is it following us?
You haven't heard any signs of it.
Okay.
We're being hunted. How lovely. I am down for the challenge of killing it. I think that'll be a great sacrifice. A way to chime in that we're back here.
My question, I guess, regarding that.
Mhm.
Now, I don't mean this to be offensive in any way, but like, do creatures, like, would a creature like that be doing someone or some things bidding here in the Underdark? Is that a thing?
Huh.
Seems like
It-
it would.
A
Go
good
ahead.
question. If it was smaller, perhaps spiders are very commonly used. Owned and trained by members of the Underdark. Big predators like that make for poor. How do I say it? Like they don't work very well underneath others. They'll eat you first. At least in my experience. I'm assuming it's a big predator, to be clear, based off what it is or what I've seen. The tricky ones you gotta be on the lookout for are small, quiet.
Zed's definitely still on the lookout. Can I do a perception check? See if
Yes,
there's
sir.
any signs. It's not too bad.
Not bad at all. The real ticker is that, we have to be walking with a lantern. We're a big target for anything. Because we've got one of the only lights probably for miles around.
Not necessarily true.
The mushrooms are probably glowing.
Oh.
Correct. There are some there are some species of mushrooms that have bioluminescent properties in Underdark situations.
The thing
Situation.
that would be unique to our group, though, is the fact that this one moves.
And we talk. Granted. It could be Blibberbang.
What?
That's the one that blows up.
Blibber bang? What did you say?
Blibberbang. It's orange. It sort of makes a big noise as it puffs up when you get too close, and then it goes boom.
It's a kind of a mushroom
Yeah.
in the Underdark?
Mhm.
Oh, that's very cool.
Bright
Blibber
orange.
bang, I like it.
Yeah, so 23. You could definitely hear something flapping around in the darkness. You can't see it because light. You would hear the rustling of small creatures, the skittering of spiders probably here and there, which is kind of interesting because, you don't normally hear the sound of skittering, so what the hell could that be? But something sounds like it has multiple limbs, and it moves. Let's see, a 23. And you would probably maybe somewhere way off in the distance hear the sound of water?
Is it does it sound like flowing water, or does it sound like like cave dripping and, ambient sort of noises.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a specific direction that I could tell it's coming from?
Somewhere down that hill in the darkness.
Okay.
We love it for us. It'll be mostly fine. Look, I'm going to be glass half full with everyone here. There are many things in this cave that are going to try and kill us at some point. But you know what? I think together we could kill it first.
Well, I'm
Unless-
game to try.
What do you mean,
Unless what you're
probably?
saying is that you're scared of the dark. But that's even, like, we've already taken care of that because we have a lantern. Sorry? She's been really quiet.
Oh, sorry, I had my mute on.
Worm.
I think they're
Opal.
reloading.
Have you ever traveled in the Underdark?
Have I
No.
traveled to the Underdark?
Mhm.
No. From what
I've not traveled there either.
from what I've heard from you and from what little I've heard of my father, it sounds like a deplorable place to be. Though we are here now. This
Does
is
it
my first time here.
look deplorable?
Well, we're not in a dark. We're not in a drow settlement, so no.
There are way more species in the Underdark than just drow. And
Drugar, right?
there's Dwagar, there's aberrations.
Wait, is it Dwagar or Drugar?
It's Duerger.
I'll go with
A sort
Dwagar.
of a sort of dark mirror of the dwarven people.
Yes. They were kidnapped by and held in some sort of astral sea. I've heard.
Who was?
The Dwegar. I've heard
Oh,
they can read minds.
Huh.
I've heard they can turn invisible at will. There's also the deep gnomes. They're nice.
When you said they can turn invisible, my first
And what might they be
instinctual
called?
thought.
The deep gnomes?
Yes.
You know, I don't know. Most commonly slave.
Oh. Oh my god.
oh dear. Are you reverting?
Huh? Well,
Are you
no.
reverting to an evil?
I'm more just saying I've never heard of their culture on account of the fact that I have never been in a place to understand it. Or hear
can-
more about it.
You can give me a history check.
That's true.
We
I
may be
don't-
being watched even now.
Oh, that's a perfect roll for what I had in mind. You could swear the last time you heard about a deep gnome that they're just all swindlers, salesmen, and even like wagon salesmen, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever for a deep gnome.
Yeah. See, the things that are coming to mind, they can't be right. Why would a deep gnome be a wagon salesman? There's not much purpose for wagons down here.
Do they not
Oh,
have
is that
straight
right?
roads?
Do they not have straight roads? What do you see, my dearest
Exactly.
Kozik?
Well, this is just a small part of the Underdark, I assume. I've never had
Yeah.
the privilege to visit here.
Think
Yet.
of the Underdark as
Are
like
there
a
no
cave
towns or
network. There are towns, but I'm more saying it's like a giant cave network to a degree. Of course, there aren't necessarily straight roads. There are cliffs and
but
rocky
are
settlements.
you saying that even in the oh, I see. I was gonna say even in the town there's no need to carry goods from one place to another in a wagon, but you don't use any wagons or any. Well, that's interesting.
You carry, I mean, like, I'll bring up the home as an example. Obviously, I lived in a larger settlement with the drow that survived, right? Or I should say my family did. Yes,
Right.
but the drow people, generally speaking, are sort of, and she sort of turns to Veldrin and like sort of like wiggles her hand. She's like very paranoid. Wagons are easy targets. Once upon a time, they probably targeted wagons in the surface during raids.
Maybe they transport their goods in giant rucksacks that they trudge along these winding paths and such, but I
Now
would
you're
think the
getting it.
drow or maybe don't have the constitution for such labor.
If only.
Sick burn.
So
They
we're
wouldn't.
talking about are we going to go down the hills? Or are we going to go straight or follow the linear path? Or what was that? We've got a choice of directions here. Is that right?
Up or down. Follow the river to the mouth, presumptively, or go out towards the exit. Or do
Well,
I
the
have that
idea
backward?
here is the idea here to get to traverse the Underdark to come out where we wanted to come out above. Is that our idea here?
I mean, it would certainly work. If that was why we were dumped here, I would certainly be in quite a bit of the Lord of Wavenwhelm's favor for quite some time. I don't even like fish all that much.
Well, have you got? I mean, I imagine first we should agree on our goal, eh? I mean, are there things you're wanting to do while you're here, or are we just trying to find our way to somewhere else? I think we should decide our purpose. I think.
A grand question, and one that I think I shall leave to Veldrin.
There is something that I think would be good to go get, and I had a book that appeared as if it was blank, and with time things would fill in on the pages. And it's something that I do not believe that my mother should have. I don't think any good would come of that.
Are you talking about going to the home that raised the two of you and stealing a book and possibly running into your family? I just want to check. Is that what you're proposing?
Oh, home invasion and stealing? Sounds like a great time.
Home
Well, I
invasion,
just want Neavara
theft,
to make sure
family
she's
trauma.
comfortable.
I think Veldrin's the one who would be far more uncomfortable with the idea than I am. My whole job is home invasion. You
But you
think I
were
never...
avoiding them seeing you. You put on a whole new personality so that they couldn't track you, so that she
That was
couldn't track you.
Wrong sister.
sorry to be specific.
Yeah.
Niavara was putting on disguise because the sister that she was replaced with when she was a child was actively fucking with her, not
Oh,
because of
that's right.
family.
That's right. That's right. It's the other one. Thank you.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you're all comfortable going, we'll help you out. Get what you need to get, Veldrin. That's how I feel.
I mean, I imagine all of us just looked at Veldrin, waiting for his response.
Veldrin's like, I'm the one that said we should do this, so why is everybody looking at me like I'm
Do you
holding
want
us
to go
back?
back so soon? You're fine with that?
Well, he said he wanted to go. I think it's whether we all are in agreement, like Zed and Kozik and whoever else needs to voice their what they want to do.
It could be fun. Like I said, breaking and entering. I'm quite good at it.
You are at that.
And she's like, sort of like, shaking out her hair, and she's like, Veldrin, how good of an impression do you think I've done of our sisters? The actual one, not the that one.
That one.
I know you did it good enough. Mother hated it.
And she's like, I even stole her dress. The guards didn't even see me. And she sort of like, shakes herself out, straightens herself up, gets a little bit taller, a little bit thinner, looks a little bit haughtier. The buccal fat removal type surgery, cheekbones, if you will. Well, what do you think? I think that I have learned many things since we have left. I think that I am capable of all sorts of magics.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm always amazed by your changes.
Well, thank you, outsider. I certainly do my best to try. And then she sort of shakes herself back down, and she's like, look at that. And back and forth, and hopefully without traumatizing Veldrin.
Are you proposing to sneak in as your sister?
I'm saying we sneak in, and if we're confronted by, if we think we're going to be confronted, I change into my sister. Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
But the problem, I don't know where we are.
Oh, right. We have to find
We may
you.
be 1,000 human kilometers away from your ancestral
Right.
home.
Correct. And I don't know if any place that we're going to is going to be closer to it.
As an
When I
aside,
ran-
I think we should go down this embankment.
as an aside, it sounds like Sari's eating soup.
She
I-
is.
It's really funny for like Niavara and Veldrin explaining this, and Sari's just like slurp. That's
Am I
very
slurping?
interesting.
Oh, sorry.
I
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
I didn't want to say anything. I was hearing it this whole time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was-
I can
no.
put my mute button on.
It was
It was
really
very-
funny.
No,
it was
no,
very
please.
amusing.
It's quite funny. Like as Veldrin say, Veldrin and Niavara are having their little sibling issues, and then Sari in the
slurping
background,
away.
yeah, quietly eating a bowl of soup. Great image. Where do you keep a bowl of soup in full plate armor?
Well, I'm hungry, mate. I have to have food ready at any point. It says it's a necessity, as important as a weapon.
You see, Opal, you've already missed the point. Full plate armor is one of the best places to hide soups. Do you know why?
Exactly. I've got lots of pockets in this armor.
Ah, yes, the notorious chain armor, chained thermos.
Exactly. And she sort of like knocks against her chest, and she's like, look at this. This is just some leather. It forms to my shape exactly. This is good for my purposes, because if it didn't, I would be in trouble all of the time. But with Sari, it's fine, because there's probably extra room in there sometimes. And in that room goes
Spit.
the chain soup.
That's right.
And the chain
the
soup
chain
is warmed
soup.
by her body heat.
I like it.
You can also use it for very mean tricks. What you could
The
do,
chain.
and she sort of gestures to her chest, is that you can hide like a packet of bright red liquid really full and like have it like right against your chest so that when you fall forward, it looks like when you collapse forward and it, collapses against your chest, it spits out a bunch of blood.
The the classic fake fatal wound.
Exactly.
You know what,
Exactly.
Niavara, you've
But
been
first, Chris, tell me about
quite
it.
a bad influence on me because I actually think that's hysterical. Or a
Mockery,
good influence,
praise
I should
me.
say.
I have done your bidding. My lord, I have been a corrupter. But no. For real, I have no idea where we are. I think we should just generally head in a direction. And if we don't find our house down there, you know what we do is we just swing by it on the way out. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, there's no exit to the Underdark anywhere around here.
Well,
So,
shall we let little one pick a direction?
I believe he picked it down. Or did he? And
He
she'll turn to
pointed
Zed.
in a direction.
Which direction was that direction?
Oh, well, is he asking him the point again?
Yeah. Point where you were pointing
Because
to.
we're going up or down. Ooh, let's roll for it. Above 50 is up and below 50 is down. I mean, that's out of character, of course.
I mean, you can roll it.
By all means.
Okay. Well, we're going down.
Down the path of the river. Let's go.
Down,
And
down, down the
down.
road, down the witch's boat.
So little one points down the very, very steep cliffside. She has a 2014 one selected.
Sorry is trying to desperately finish her soup.
I'll just be drinking it as I walk.
It's canon now.
That's right. So, can you tell us about? I imagine it's different in the Underdark as you go lower down into the earth and different as you go higher up towards the surface. Can you tell us what can you tell us about it?
Well, that's like a big question. That's like saying like, hey, the Feywild, right? When you get
Yeah,
inside,
well,
it's got to
okay.
be different than when you get really deep in it. It's a big place.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
what specifically do you want to know?
Well, I just thought maybe the lower you go, certain things grow in caves that are deeper than up closer to the surface because the air might be closer to the surface, warmer. It might be warmer, or maybe different things grow up above than below. I don't know. We'll see what we see.
And she scratches her head as she looks to Vel like, I don't know. Do you? I didn't pay attention to the things that actually grow. I just know about Blibberbank because I had to avoid it.
Some of it, but not all of it.
Belgian suddenly got
Do you have
super
any
quiet.
mushroom facts?
I mean, some.
Bump up my audio.
So, since we don't know where your house is, and if we're 1,000 kilometers away, besides that goal, are we just exploring, or are we trying to get to a place that's
Okay, so they're using
closer
this
to where
map.
we were going up top, or what's the goal here? I need a
Actually,
plan. I need a goal.
actually, that's a good point. You guys don't know the way, do you? Why are we doing this? We could be down here for ages, years. And while
Exactly.
for me that doesn't matter, for you fleshy types, you guys don't live forever.
Um,
2, 3,
I agree with you. Opal,
5.
if you could point to the exit.
And do you think going downstream when the upstream could very well be coming from a water source that's coming from above ground?
Where does water typically run
That's a
to?
good point. When it follows gravity.
It,
Yes, but like, where does it typically end up?
in a large area that is the deepest point of the slope it is going down. That does not help your point. That could, for all we know, lead to a entirely underwater area where I could traverse just fine, but y'all can't.
I regret to tell you that there are, in fact, oceans in the Underdark, and they are terrifying, and don't swim in them. You will be
So my
eaten
point
and
is made
devoured.
even better. My point is made
Well,
even
no,
better for
you
me
know
by
what's
the
on the
woman
shores
trying
of
to
those
stop it.
oceans? Do you know what's on the shore of those oceans?
Huh.
Cities.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but how
Listen, why don't we head
hospitable?
up? I think we should go up when we get closer to
Why would
exits.
this?
Up is closer to exits.
Would those cities
You
be
don't know that,
hospitable
actually.
to all of us?
The way the Underdark work doesn't just mean you go up and then you walk through a hole in the ground and you're in the surface.
Technically
Then,
speaking,
then
there's
what is
about
it? If it's not that, what is it?
how big is the dip between the Underdark and the surface, Val? Do you remember the math?
The what?
Not exactly.
So
How big is what?
here's a good example for you. Humans, when they fall through the cracks in the Underdark, like in the mantle and the crust, they will just fall to their deaths. It will be really funny and they'll just break apart. Because it's really, 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 really far in most instances. There are a select few places where you can go freely from the Underdark to the surface. Our best bet is trying to find something that has a ladder up, number one, right? Those are going to be select temples that are built down here in the dark, right? You have to find
Right, but you
civilizations
did
first.
say a ladder up, so going up makes more sense.
What a thrill. Sorry.
Finding a temple that's up, not down.
Hmm.
Depending on which choice they make will vary which map
We
I
don't
load
even
them
know
in
how
on.
deep we are. We might already be very, very deep.
Exactly, which is why we
So I
should just
feel better
progress
about
forward
going up.
because there's probably
Mhm.
probably going to be a river mouth, hopefully. And at that basin, there's going to be a town of some sorts. I don't know
if
if
you've
it'll be friendly
noticed,
to
but
everyone,
I
but
don't
it
know if
should be
you've
friendly to
noticed,
some.
but I'm an elf, and I'm not
Yes,
sure how friendly people are going to be to me here.
it's called We're
The
Going to
drum,
Disguise You, my dear. And you're going to be a Shadowkai, and you're going to be really quiet about it, and you're not going to talk because they don't talk in generally anyway.
what's a Shadurkai?
They are a really weird pale type of elf that scare me. They
Oh,
don't get bothered by people in the Underdark, though. They have their own missions, and we just, they're having their fun.
all right. Do I need to put some coloring on my skin, or you're saying it's the pale as I am?
Pale as you are, and
What about my
your
red
hair is the
hair? Do I need to
problem.
color the hair? All right.
We could probably just like brush it out, give you some baggy under eyes. The problem's your clothes.
Well,
We'll figure it out later. We're nowhere near our civilization right now. If we
right, but you
were,
never know when
their
you're going to run
scouts would
across
kill
someone.
us.
Right. Mm.
The laugh in the background got me. It'll be fine. We just keep walking. If all else comes to failure, you know what? You guys belong to me. How wonderful.
Yes, mistress.
There we go. Respect.
So,
So we just keep walking.
consensus is down then?
Down.
Down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
I needed to know which map to put you guys on. Doo-doo-doo.
I still think we should go up, but it looks like I'm outvoted.
All right. So you guys start making your way down this relatively steep cliffside. And like I said, it's not so steep that you can't traverse it, but getting back up it will definitely be very difficult. Like you have to balance yourself a lot, steady yourself, maybe even like crawl a little bit or like lean
Like
back.
backwards.
Yeah, like the backwards scoot down in some places. But it does kind of sort of level out a little bit. And
Come on, load up now.
Uh,
I just got a piece of graph paper. Come on now.
just to check something, Opal.
Yeah.
There's no dark vision.
none.
Oh, they didn't do that.
If you're asking, oh, there we go. I can't see shit.
Okay, I'm gonna have to reload because it's not happening.
It could just take a minute to load. I could have done a preload scene.
Yeah, I
That
was
probably would
probably
have been smart.
stupid to reload, but that's where I am.
Does the preload scene work for just me though? Wonder. I'll try that for the next one. So you guys have, like I said, you're heading down this hill, this cliffside, and it does come to a point where it levels out. However, the terrain is noticeably different as there is relatively little sign of the fungus and mushroom here. Kind of like
Oh.
a bit of a very sudden biome shift in a sense. And it
Mhm.
is stone, like mossy stone. Who can see how far? Let's see.
I think I can see 60 feet. 60.
Yep. Okay. So Yeah, it just kind of sprawls out in front of you.
Wow. That's a big tavern.
She'll lean over to Veldrin and she's like, psst, psst. I didn't study my geography that well. Are we still in the... Is this the lower darks? Or are we in the middle dark still?
Cubed, what should I roll for that?
Let's do a little... Guess it would be nature, because you're just trying to determine... You're looking... Hold on. Follow tracks, hunt while gain, is a group of other really sense.
Boundaries not
Yeah, because that's for something else.
Hmm.
Yep, so... You can do a nature check.
Okay. Oh.
You are completely and utterly uncertain. Lost in the truest sense.
Neavara's gonna like try and do a nature check too because where the fuck are we? There are parts of the Underdark that even Drow don't dare tread.
Is there still a river? I mean, the whole idea was to follow the rivers. There's still a river down here.
Looks like it. We just haven't walked forward.
I haven't seen any. I can't see anything yet because it's not.
Is it dark or gray on your end?
I'm just all gray with the little orange dealy bob in the upper left-hand corner. Is that what you were asking, or something else?
No, it does sound like some weird thing is happening with your visuals.
Yeah, it told me Foundry wasn't responding, and did I want to exit this page? So I did, and it didn't go anywhere. So then I reloaded again. Maybe could you kick me off, Cube, so I could just try to re-enter?
Okay.
Thanks.
We try that again. Probably want to give it a minute too.
Okay. Thanks.
So yeah, you guys have reached the base of this steep hillside. And yeah.
Can Neavara tell if it's the lower dark, the middle dark, or the upper dark?
With an 11 and not much else context, you are unsure.
I don't like this.
Cubed, my name is Gray. It's not. My name is Gray, and not. Oh, there it came back. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Give it a minute.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, you know what, everyone? What we're going to do is that we're going to be very slow and cautious, because if it is the lower dark, and she'll sort of like make a face. The Drow don't even try to colonize that hellhole.
Well, that's why I want. Now, why didn't we go up then? Let's go up.
Because, and she's like, ugh, sometimes you go down to go up. It's like a labyrinth. Like, it's a bunch of caves and caverns.
Right,
the middle
but we
dark
had
can
a
connect
path
to
up.
the... Okay, we can still go backwards anyway, but like we go forward because I see there was water. Let's figure it out. Come on.
All right. Follow the water.
And I have the lantern. So, stay in the light. I don't like the measuring.
Zeldrin
I'm wondering how you
Neavara,
see
do you
water.
have dark vision?
Oh, we hear water.
Oh yeah, earlier
We've been
said
been
something
following
about
the water
water.
that Zed he heard.
To answer Sari's question, Veldrin does have dark vision.
Okay, and
120
Neavara does
feet
too.
of it.
And Neavara does too, and Kozik, I imagine, as a dwarf, has dark vision. So is Opal the only one? And Zed, do you have dark vision?
He does now.
All right. So Opal's the only one that can't see so well.
And what was the range on it?
60.
60, that's right. Because of the cloak. Vision. There.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I know what it's doing. Hold on. I think I understand what Foundry's doing. Maybe. Let me see. 30. Nope, that also doesn't make sense. Weird things with lighting. Okay. How do they see that far? Um, 30. Angle. Okay. Okay. Detection mode? Nope. Nope. Light? Nope. Huh, that's just weird. Whatever. It's not a big deal. All right. So you start shuffling forward.
Yes. I don't know if I
Shuffle.
shuffle a little bit more forward that I would lose Kozik. I don't, but I can't see from his vision.
This page isn't responding. Gosh darn it. Wait or exit. Wait.
That's he has such. Oh, he has 120. That makes his makes sense. He has 120. You have that. You have that.
Okay. It's not responding.
All right. So you are walking forward until it comes to like another little drop of Rooney. A secondary drop, and what is down below seems even less veggie flora. There's less flora down there. Like that's just stone. And I hear myself in Kozik's mic again. Bork. And I hear somebody's dog barking.
Yeah, it's mine. Sorry.
Bork,
How
bork.
big's the drop?
So this drop is about 10 feet.
Hmm.
Oh, I came there. Okay, that's good. There we are.
And you know, as you're roaming around here, there are like hints of these like crystalline fragments growing out of the ground, seemingly sporadic. Congratulations, you have moved very far ahead.
Oh.
You guys think I don't track your movements?
I
You
just got into the game. How come I only see Opal and myself?
Everybody else has
You're in
moved
the
very far
dark.
ahead.
Okay.
And as you near these crystals, sheesh, my ears. ASMR Opal. Got it.
Oh, sorry, what?
You're
Come on.
breathing very hard.
Oh, sorry. My mic is now really sensitive, apparently.
Welcome to Audio Issues 101.
Okay, can you hear me breathing now?
Not currently. We'll see.
Very good. I'll keep it there.
So, as you approach these crystals, they hum, they glow, they sparkle. They weren't doing that before you stepped in this particular spot. Feel free to
Uh-oh.
give me a dexterity saving throw as arcs of energy jet out towards you in this field of now energized crystals.
Mom needed to warn me about these bitches too.
To which you jump out of the way as it's very sporadic, it's very chaotic, but it's almost like you stepping into this field, this area, has energized something.
Are we all doing a saving throw?
Nope,
It's
just
just me.
Niavara. She
Oh, I
roamed.
see. Okay. Gotcha.
And you would even see a couple of crystals. It's almost like they hyper energize, I guess, in a sense, and just shatter. To which everybody can hear it.
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Loud enough for them to hear it too.
Wait a minute. Sorry, 2014.
You have that character
Old sheet.
selected.
I thought. Okay, I thought that was 2024. Okay, that's confusing.
So what are y'all doing? Everybody can hear that going on somewhere.
Well, Sari's running over to see if she can help Niavara.
I'm gonna back up.
Well,
Especially away from the edge.
run to where you're gonna run.
Huh?
Oh, okay, so I'm going to be able to find her.
Yeah, maybe.
She right there.
Ooh.
Are you all right? What was
Fine.
that? Crash.
Don't
right.
move forward. Be careful. Cautious. Purple crystals explode.
Okay.
I thought that they were like a little candle. Just like a regular glowing crystal that you can pick up with your raw hands.
But not so much, huh?
No. They aren't. Veldrin? Smart man. Is Veldrin gone?
I'm here. I couldn't get my mic to turn on.
Veldrin, smart man, what are these things? I broke some. And they're like charging, but they're like an electric field.
Is that another nature check?
In this particular circumstance, I would probably lean more towards Arcana.
Oh.
How does that
15.
do?
Well, the only information you can really maybe kind of derive from this is, well, for one, some kind of proximity situation. And for two, for something to trigger like this and to have that reaction that it did, and there being no other like a natural formation nearby that seems like it could even, generate any kind of level of energy like this is, you could definitely determine this is not natural. We'll start with that. And with the 15, they have some kind of energy containment capabilities to which you, based on what you've heard and what has been described to you, that these also have a very, very unstable property. Explosive in a sense. Almost like a feedback loop, like a feedback loop of energy that just keeps amplifying and amplifying with no filter. So inevitably they detonate because they're overcharged. But with a 15, that's all you can really determine. A basic property.
And he would relay that to the group.
Oh.
Hang on.
Well, gonna just keep my distance. I see quite a lot of them.
Yep, a whole field of them.
Wow.
Okay. And I see them down there as well, the 10-foot by the lake.
There's some here and there, more scattered about.
What's the water on the lake look like?
You can only see in black and white, so it looks like water.
See a little bit of it. The shoreline of it.
Let's see, just the very edge. It looks like water. In the dark, with a bit of light on the surface.
Freaky.
There we go. And did Opal light a torch or anything? Just make sure I have my lighting.
Yeah. I probably should have said that sooner.
Mm-hmm. Torch 30. Light will be 30. Wait, no, wait. Torch is 20.
That's gonna jump. You said this is about 10 feet. The drop.
Yes.
Just
15 in
gonna
some
jump down there.
places. Yeah, you could jump down fine.
Gonna go get closer to the water. Kind of slowly make his way toward the edge here.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely water.
Is it still like? Is it there ripples? Does it look like it's flowing, or are there waves?
It is pretty still. Pretty settled. You can hear flowing water somewhere, well, closer than you were before.
And all these big rock formations sticking out of the water.
Yes, they are.
and I guess I can see some of them. I can't. Can I make out if there's like creatures on them, or like picturing like at a beach, like a bird landing on a rock sticking out of the water or something.
Probably some like cave lizards, tiny reptilians. That let's see. Yep, I mean as you get close, you see them like scatter into the water and scamper away.
He'd probably just like. I mean, he'd probably kneel down. Is the water clear?
It is definitely not clear. This is not
Okay.
clean water.
Okay.
Huh.
Can I? Is it water, or is it just a liquid?
Do you lick it?
Would I
Didn't you
know?
just say definitely water?
Looks like water.
Oh, I thought you said definitely water. Okay.
He said you definitely can't see through it. It's not clear. Uh, I'm gonna mage hand and scoop a little bit of it up and kind of like with the mage hand and pour it out just to like check the viscosity. See if it. I mean, we're in the Underdark, so he's not really gonna fuck around too much. He's not just gonna drink it. Cubed.
Oh, why not?
It'll be fun.
Well, he's gonna taste it, isn't he? Aren't you gonna taste it?
Fuck no.
Just a little lick.
So you mage hand some water. It's definitely water.
Okay.
It's very cold.
It's not just sludge that looks like water, thankfully.
So you said it's dirty. Is it like brown and muddy, or?
It's just not clear,
Uh-huh.
so you just can't see through it. But it is water.
And so these like things on the that are scattered around, these are those crystals.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can see. God, the lighting is so weird just being with the black and white.
Welcome to dark vision.
Yeah. Huh. Zed's gonna send his mage hand out again. And he's gonna grab this crystal with it.
That's kind of a big one. That would be too big for your mage hand.
Well, not
There's
like
other
not like
smaller
pick
ones.
it up, but just like rest the mage hand on it just to try and see if it triggers it, basically.
Yes, it does.
So it
As
explodes.
soon as your mage hand touches it, it's kind of like a reaction happens, and they become charged, and arcs of lightning jet about, but none of them explode.
Okay. Are those arcs hitting the water at all?
They're just hitting anything nearby, so yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
The arcs of lightning are indiscriminate and
Well, I
very
probably just
chaotic.
made a mess.
Speaking of a mess being made, Opal, what's your AC, by the way?
19.
Okay.
Hmm. Just random question. Has nothing to do with anything that might happen.
Definitely nothing. Definitely nothing.
Like,
It's
have you
a-
seen crystals like that before, or is that just an Underdark thing?
Opal's going to
Bonus.
take a peek at them and do a history check,
It is
trying to
at.
enter her memory vault
Okay.
about anything that she may have heard in her or learned in her studies or heard from her father. Let's go.
Ooh.
History would be used like this, yeah.
All right. So, like you're over here and the question's being
Yeah.
asked and you're about to ask be like,
Mhm.
I wonder what's going on here. Everybody can just quickly see out of the corners of their eyes a pair of eyes poking just above the water. And then, sploosh.
Ah.
A pair of giant claws just reach out, grab Opal, and drag her under.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh shit.
I mean, hey,
Oh.
Zed's diving in. He's like, as soon as he sees it, he would just, without saying anything, he'd just run to the edge of the water and just dive in.
the last noise Opal makes. Okay.
And Sorry grabs her rope out of her pack and throws it in after Zed so that because Opal's so heavy, so if he has to tie it around Opal to try and pull her back, he'll have the rope.
So you're standing next to the water to do this?
Not as close as Zed is, but
Well, Zed's jumping in.
Yeah.
But we'll just
Right,
do
well,
that for
I'm
purposes.
not right on the edge, but I'm like 5 feet back from it, I guess, if you look at the feet thing.
Also, would it be safe to assume that as Opal is getting dragged under, or as Opal is descending, she can cast Thunderwave?
Yep. But we'll get to that in a
Yay.
second because
Yay!
it's time to roll for initiative.
Oh, roll for initiative. Whoop.
You say that now.
Uh,
How can I hide it so they don't know what it is?
Man, if only I rolled better.
Can I do this?
I'm having a. There it is.
So weird that initiative is not this thing. Okay. All right. And since technically Opal is next to it, boy, double clicking. Gonna be right there, pulling her under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we are missing a roll. Kozik. Who's been pretty quiet so far.
Yes. He was there for a second a little while ago. Kozik.
I think he might have
He's
muted
on
his mic
Discord. He's not
because of the
muted.
echo. Could be a mic mute.
Kozik?
Yes.
Hey, dude. How about you roll for initiative?
People have been getting grabbed. Hey, dude. Don't be afraid.
There he is.
All right. And now, unveil. Oop. the bad guy.
Hmm. Hmm.
So as you are pulled under and Zed jumps under, you would see this frog-like. Zoom in. This frog-like entity with these like grayish scales, very long and sharp claws,
Frog.
and there's more than one of them down here.
Oh joy!
And since you're in light and they're doing their thing, they're pretty visible now. Checking something here.
How big are they?
They're medium-sized creatures.
What does that mean though? Like, are they bigger than humans?
Humans are medium-sized creatures.
Okay, thank you.
How deep is this water?
You're gonna find out, depending on rolls.
I, I'm so curious because I'm imagining it's a really deep pit, and one of these frogs yoinks Opal, not realizing what she is, and then immediately starts sinking to the bottom of this lake with her.
Like, oh.
Sorry, had to be right back. What's up?
Opal got you. Well, you knew that. Yeah.
Do we not know anything else yet?
Initiatives are being rolled, but I'm pretty sure top of the order is gonna be Zed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jinxed us.
Dude, there's a lot of them. 3 gray and 1 red. Oh.
So this guy at the top of the order sees that this other person is down here, and it's gonna basically swim up to you and try and grab you. Let's see. Yeah, they're gonna do grabs.
Careful, Zed. Jappals are really effective in
I guess for
combat.
context, as far as like the whole lighting thing, is the light around Opal, is that normal light or is that dim light?
So that was a torch, right? So that's gonna be going out.
Yep.
Oh, good point.
Oh, damn it. Did I just do the fucking thing? Oh, well, can you roll initiative again?
Oh, yay! Ah, it could, you know, it could have.
I keep
It
hitting that button.
literally could have been worse. I know what Opal's original role was. It could have been worse. Also, we did get a long rest from last session, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good, because I forgot to hit the long rest button last time.
So you're like looking at Opal and she's got like no health, no spells, and you're like,
No,
ah.
damn, just literally only 4 damage.
Oh.
Oh, and a missing spell slot, but you know. Just wanted to double check.
Yep. It lets me do the thing. Grab. It ain't on. He's fine. So this thing, like it grabbed you and it's like trying to pull you under, but you're. Oh wait, this is the other one. This is the one I was trying to get Zed. So yeah, this is the one on Zed. So this thing, like as soon as Zed jumps under the water, you see like another set of claws reaching out and trying to grab onto you. But maybe it was expecting, somebody to be caught unawares as opposed to diving in.
Your rolls are private too, by the way.
Are they? Okay. Unprivate. Boop. No, there's a way to unhide there. Reveal. They're all revealed. I think all revealed, right? Yeah, okay. So actually you didn't long rest since the last session, because the 4 damage is from fire damage. When you stuck your hand in the forge.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I remember. And I had a first level spell slot missing. I'll remember to not use
You
force.
can just delete it
All right.
if you right click it.
And there we go. It's gone. I'm back to
Then-
how I was.
And then this one down here is, so Veldrin, you're next to the water. There's another one that's gonna try and drag you under. And it
Vildren, get away from the edge, mate.
claws. Doo-doo. They're going for grapples. And I'm pretty sure Veldrin's AC is not 18. So you are grappled, dragged into the water.
It's 13.
And then Zed.
Let's see. And so they're all visible, I'm assuming.
For the most part, like, they're not hidden anymore. They've played their card.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I should say the water is no longer still, and their silhouettes are distinguishable from the rest of the water, especially with, let's see, you have light? There's light. Just not from Opal. Let me fix that. Light, 0.
Oh, that's ominous.
Well, it's because you got pulled underwater with your torch out.
Yeah.
Torch is not waterproof.
Damn, I wish.
Let's see. So I guess I'm curious what all of our proximity is. Are they deep down? Are we all kind of? I guess I'm wondering as far as like range between Zed and Opal. Like,
Next
are
to
we
each
right
other.
next to each other? Okay. Zed's gonna try to. Let's see.
And you've got that rope like either in your hand or somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. If Zed's got the rope, he's gonna try and reach out to Opal. Is Opal grappled?
Yep.
Okay.
Did that thing grab Zed? Did
Nope.
the other one grab Zed? Okay.
It missed him. But he's aware that it tried to grab him, but he knows Opal's just gonna sink probably. So I'm assuming it would be an action to try and tie this rope around Opal.
Yes, it would. And not an easy one at that, because underwater fighting things trying to get you.
Yeah.
And Opal sinks
Could
very
Op-
quickly.
So Opal is grappled, but could Opal help? As like,
Not on your turn.
okay.
What do you mean by grappled? Like it's holding on to her?
Yeah, this thing basically like reached out and grabbed her and pulled her into the water. And so I'm wondering, it's like it's holding on to her, but I'm still kind of picturing like if her hands are free, she could help Zed
With
tie
the
this
rope.
up.
Right.
Well, so that would be an aid action. So that's why
Yeah.
it
So
wouldn't necessarily
then
work.
could I hold my turn to do that on Opal's turn to aid?
Oh.
You could if conditions are met.
Hmm.
Because it will be holding an action, not turn.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's either that or I'm just gonna attack one of them. I'm not really sure.
What if you attack the one holding Opal? Well, you still have to get her out of there, though, because she's.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she could walk along the floor of the water up and back up to the shore.
Sorry, this is taking so long. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to. Well, I guess it's kind of up to Opal a little bit too.
Yes, I am good with this plan. Though Opal
Okay.
can't see shit.
Okay.
And Opal is
So-
not in control of the grapple.
Right.
What do you mean the grapple? I'm still confused by what you mean the grapple.
The thing,
This thing's
imagine an
holding
alligator.
on to.
So imagine like an alligator
Uh-huh.
popping out of the water and grabbing somebody and pulling them under. That is a grapple. It has
Okay.
it has control of them. It basically they're
Okay.
grabbed. It's a grapple. It's think like wrestling. They grapple all the
Okay.
time.
And it's holding on to her like it's okay.
It has the grapple is things have gotten beyond more close and personal than two people stabbing each other. Now it is grabbing, holding on to, getting
Okay,
control.
like wrestling, like you say. Yeah, okay.
That is grapple.
Okay, thanks.
Could I move here?
You can.
Okay. Zed's gonna swim over to there, and yeah, again he's gonna hold his action to try and assist Opal in tying this rope around her.
All right. Assuming Opal does not move. Sorry. You threw a rope out. People have been dragged under. People have jumped in. The only ones who are still high and dry are you, Niavara, and Kozik.
Oh, because Veldrin got pulled in too?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Can I see any of them, or do any of these critters have their heads above water?
No, because they're all trying to grab people underwater right now.
All four of them. Okay. So I guess, and can I see down into the water?
Let's see. They are not far
I
enough
mean, I
yet,
have
so
dark
yes.
vision. I can. Okay. So I think I'm gonna wait. Let me get. I am going to. I'm gonna throw a javelin at at So Opal is grappled, Zed is not, and Veldrin is grappled.
Yep.
Well, okay, I'm gonna throw a javelin at the one that's grappling Veldrin, because Zed's over
And
there helping Opal.
and which javelin are you throwing?
Not the light javelin of lightning, just the regular javelin.
Alrighty.
Um, but
So
gosh, I have.
it'll be a little harder to hit because it does technically have cover in the sense that it's underwater. So it'll be a little bit hard to
Right,
hit.
maybe a javelin's not heavy enough to be. Well, you said they're not that far down yet, so I'm gonna go with the javelin. I'm trying to think if I'm using my um my channel divinity, my wait a minute, what's that called? Where is that? Oh yeah, divine smite, that's it, paladin smite. Okay, there's one that, tell me one thing here. That, what's that big white face? Did it get killed? No, that's
I
not a skeleton face. What's that big white face on the map here?
I don't see what you're seeing.
Oh, right here I'm seeing a like a white hooded face.
Oh, that means an asset hasn't loaded for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna throw it at the one that's holding on to Veldrin, and I don't. I'm just gonna attack it. But I do have. Wait a minute. Forgive me for a minute. I'm trying to see. I know I got this new thing about um. Oh, just forgive me. I'm catching up with some new possibilities. While I. Oh, there it is. While you, okay, so I have on an amulet of the mountain. It says, while I wear it, I gain a +2 bonus to spell attack rolls
Yep.
and the saving throws.
Spell attack rolls.
So what's a spell attack roll as opposed to an attack
Firebolt,
roll? Pardon?
like firebolts, magic spell
Or
attacks.
divine smites or things that are magic. Okay, so the javelin's not magic on its own. Okay. So I am.
Divine Smite in D&D is not a spell attack.
Oh,
It
it's
is a
not.
class feature, not a spell. It's an
Oh,
ability that
thank you.
allows a paladin to expend a spell slot to add radiant damage to a melee weapon attack if that hits. Therefore, it doesn't use similar rules to spell casting.
Okay. Okay. But I do have 2 divine smites that don't take a spell slot because I have the one that is a feature and then the amulet gives me one also.
You can only divine smite. You can only divine smite after a melee attack, though.
Okay, tell me why this isn't what that means in this situation.
Well, if you're throwing a javelin, it's going to be a ranged attack, and so you wouldn't be
Oh, I
able to add
see.
on your divine smite
I'm
for this specific
I
situation.
see. Okay, thank you. Well, I'm just going to go for the. Okay, I still get 2 I
Divine
still
Smite,
get.
casting time is a bonus action, which you immediately take after hitting a target with a melee or an unarmed strike.
Right, so it's not, I can't use it for a ranged weapon. Okay. Well, at this
And
point, obviously, that's the only choice is a ranged weapon. So I'm
that
gonna
is the
attack.
2024 rule.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack with the javelin, but I do have 2 attacks, and I also have savage attack, so I get to roll I get to roll twice on the damage, but is that only one time? Where did it go? Savage attack.
Once per turn.
Once per turn. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. I just wanted to understand my options. Did I hit?
A 14 will not hit. It splooshes into the water.
Ooh, frack. I grab another javelin quickly off my back. I grab it and I aim again. Yes.
A 24 would, though.
Okay. And I am going to roll for damage. But I get to roll damage twice and pick the better one.
Yep. Which you already rolled a perfect roll for the
Oh.
first one.
Oh, I did?
6 plus 2.
Oh, you're right. Okay, right. 1d6. Oh, I didn't realize my javelin had so little. Okay. No choice though, ranged weapon. All right,
Well, I'll just throw this out too, because
please.
I'm realizing it. That arcane crossbow uses arcane bolts that like magically generate. You never have to worry about ammunition or retrieving your ammunition. It's like you just chucked a
Yeah, I
javelin in the
had
water and now
messaged
you got to go
you.
get it type thing.
Yeah, thank you. I
I
had
had
forgotten
messaged you
about that.
with my crossbow.
What was that?
My crossbow, the one that Veldrin has, also just generates its own ammo.
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't
Nice, that's
used
awesome.
that one very much. So thank you for reminding me of that because I haven't
I
really
just
used it, I don't
remembered I
think.
would have said it before. It's like it sounds kind of like a dick to be like, oh, I'm gonna let her throw the javelin and then say it, but it just popped in my head. So
No, I'm sure you wouldn't have done that. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's all I got. I guess that's all I got. So
All right, stand where you are.
yeah.
Niavara. Everybody's jumping in the water without you.
Right? It's no fun. Why is my name spelled wrong? In the order list. That's so funny.
Because tokens keep reverting for some reason. Like, I've touched nothing. Eh,
I more think it's funny. I'm not. It's fine. Oh,
Nivara.
right. Very rude of them. Navara.
Who
Would be
misspelled your
Nivara.
name?
The system itself. I know.
What if it's,
How cruel. She's still she's going to run straight forward to the water where her brother was yanked the fuck in. How far down did that stupid slad get? Niavar doesn't know what it is, but like I do,
5,
so
10. Probably about 10 feet. Pull. Move up.
can she
5,
see it?
10. Yeah, you can see silhouettes of them from the surface. Because light.
Perfect. Uh let's do a really quick. I was double checking if I had something like water breathing. I don't. As far as I can see. But that's okay, because my first instinct is violence. She points down into that water. And she upcasts it to 3rd level at the thing in her brother's, grabbing her brother.
Yeah, I'd say a 25 will hit. even with some cover. 23.
Neovar does not know how to swim. Otherwise, she would actually get in there and, double check it.
So in the course of that round, it's gonna let her. Mm-hmm.
But what she does is that she stabs her rapier. I don't think I could do that. That does sounds pretty complicated for an object interaction.
Ow.
It's like sort of like put her rapier into the earth so that she has something to grab onto. Is that too complicated for an object interaction?
So, are you trying to use a magic item, which is a action now?
No. Her sword, just to put it on, like, dig it into the ground.
I mean, it's thematic. As part of you casting the spell.
I don't think it could be. Like two separate things.
I mean, I guess the question is, what's the goal?
The goal is to, like, if something else from the deep tried to grab her, could she ballast herself against it?
Ow.
It might not even work. Okay. Whatever. She's not jumping in because she cannot swim.
Well, there's lots of things that can swim that will gladly help you. All right.
Yeah, all those little guys.
So this thing, having pulled Opal under, do a check, cause and how much do you weigh, Opal?
400 pounds.
400 pounds.
A little over.
A little over.
I think it's
And that's
I think
including your
it's
gear or not including your gear?
not including the full plate armor Opal is wearing, no.
Okay, well, that was integrated into your body, but yeah.
I mean, with no armor, no nothing. Opal wears 415 pounds.
415.
She is solid stone. Well, solid opal, but you get the gist.
And you know what happens with solid stone?
She's
It
a
sinks.
brick.
Thanks.
It sinks to
Ow.
the bottom. This thing, not realizing how heavy you are, just kind of lets you go and, well, I'd say it tries to hold on. Let's see. Let's see if it can hold on. Let's see. And it is, let's see, and you're over 400 pounds. It's going to try and hold on. But that is its action to try and keep a hold on you, maybe thinking you just have a bunch of heavy stuff on you. So it's just kind of letting you sink, and you would sink at your weight. And this thing also technically trying to drag you down. I'd say you would sink a good, let's see, 5, 10.
How much does plate? Oh, 65.
I would say you sink down an extra 15 feet just through weight and this
Gotcha.
thing trying to drag you down anyway.
Here, let me quickly calculate Opal's total weight with equipment.
Does this?
So
So it's tough to visualize because it's a top-down view of the map. But as they're sinking, is this thing sinking with Opal?
Yes.
So would I get an opportunity attack?
No, it's not. It's not moving on its own accord. I mean, if you
Okay.
want. Actually, yeah, sure, you can.
in total,
Look,
by the way, in total weight.
Oh yeah, sorry.
493
Golly.
with equipment.
Damn.
Heavy.
The reason I'm asking is we don't typically get combat, or we don't typically get combat in water.
Mm-hmm.
So just
I mean, you
seeing.
can.
But, okay.
Would so it so you could. That
It would
just
just
might.
be a reaction, right? And I guess it's been a while since I've gotten an opportunity attack. Is it just a flat attack?
Yep.
Okay. So I couldn't do like flame blade on it or anything.
Nope.
How far down is the bottom? Because Opal's got to be down to the bottom already. Because she would have sunk so fast.
Ah, that giggle is not. That giggle is not a good
Not
joke.
good. No.
18.
Yeah, you definitely hit it.
Nice.
This would get sneak attack too, right?
Yeah, because somebody's adjacent.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Hold on. Now I gotta look at something. Let's see. Now this is
Oh.
weird. How would you
That's something else.
did I roll?
No, that was me clicking
Oh.
the thing because I was trying to apply the damage to it, and I clicked your damage thing. Here, let's just get rid of that so it's not confusing. There.
Yeah, I'll do 3d6, and then one of my sneak attack dice will be an attempt to okay. The coin flip between, I don't know if prone conditions would work underwater, so I'm gonna try the poison.
Okay. Do,
Dang it.
do, do, do. All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So you got that opportunity attack and hit it. And it is in that moment, I believe the saying, it's in that moment Jackson knew he fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Because it lets go of Opal, and now it seems like it's going to focus on you.
Oh.
Veldrin, you're grappled. There's this thing illuminated by the aura of, the guiding bolt. What do you do? And then Kozik is coming up after. Unless Veldrin stepped away and I missed it.
Is it a thing in particular that's illuminated?
The creature, because it got hit with guiding bolt.
Okay, just okay. Trying to break the grapple would be my action, right?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Good choice.
So you can either do a acrobatics or athletics, and it will be opposed. Athletics, what does it have? Its higher stats probably gonna be
Nice.
the same.
Nice.
Really nice.
So you managed to just overpower this thing. Like it's grabbing onto you, trying to drag you under, and you use a little bit of that. It's focused on a particular thing to essentially break free of it. And did you want to move
Alright.
anywhere?
The shore's like over here, right?
Let's see here. Where are you pointing?
Right
Yes.
here.
So where you are, I just draw it. That's some rocks that you can probably get to. The shore, the official shore is over by Niavara, and then there's another shoreline about 20 feet away. But you are
we're out
moving
there.
away from it, so it would get an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's gonna try and
Nice job,
fight
Bellman.
you.
Oh,
For 4 whole damage.
little fucker.
A d6 plus 3, yeah. Rolled a 1. That could have gone worse. Alrighty. Kozik.
Can I target this guy here?
Not
The
from where
red
you
slot?
are. It's underwater.
Oh, I can't quite see it. Okay. What about this one over here by Zedrin?
Also underwater. Basically, all of them are underwater right now.
Oh, so I can't.
So you would have to
really
move up to the
target them.
shoreline to be able to hopefully get a shot.
Well, at least move closer and see if I can see anything.
You can see like silhouettes. There are things that definitely look like humanoid, and there are things that definitely don't look like normal humanoid.
Like you
Well,
know
I'd
what
like
to
to
aim at.
I'd like to shoot one.
Which would you like to shoot?
I support that.
Can I do that?
Do what?
Shoot one?
Oh yeah, I said which would you like to shoot?
I want to shoot the big one.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Which one's the big one? The red one? Red
Big
slot?
red.
Assuming
Yeah.
that thing that hasn't loaded that looks like a white face, that's the red slot.
The red
I'm
guy.
assuming. Well, it didn't load for me. Just a white hooded face.
+2 on it. Interesting. That's a drop-down menu. Very interesting.
And let's see. I want to cast Witch Bolt.
Witch bolt.
And I want to use my inspiration because I want to make sure that I hit this, so I'll do advantage.
Nice.
23.
That definitely could have almost not hit. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be
You mean if he hadn't done the
Kozik.
advantage?
Kozik's Witch Bolt is fucking disgusting. Oh my
Holy
god.
crap! 75?
It's like a 5th level
Dude.
spell
That's
when he casts it.
crazy.
That seems like a lot.
Wow.
It's like
That's amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4. And that is.
I had no idea there was a weapon that. You have 5th level spells. Wow. I have like 1 and 2.
Paladins progress
Is that
slower also. Because y'all get smites. Different class. Let's
That's
see. Does the
awesome though.
math come out?
75. That's awesome.
2d12. And you said you cast it at what level?
Highest level I can. 4th level.
And then a d12 per.
Because I
2.
wonder
Go
if
ahead.
I wonder if it's not calculating something too high. I don't know why it would do that, but
5d12 plus 4d12. Let's see, where is it getting
'cause it
some of
says
these?
on a hit it takes 2d12 damage right on, and then I could see it
It
says
should be
using a
5.
higher level spell slot. That's
Yeah,
like
it should be
1d12 for each additional, so that would be like I would say that could be 6d12 at the most, but
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Well,
trying to calculate where it's getting the
yeah.
number.
Well, 6d12 would be 72 max.
Yeah. It's doing for whatever reason it's
Oh,
adding
it's saying
it's adding
5d12 and
the
4d12.
I think it's adding the bonus action, the 1d12 as a level as like additional, but the reason it's 4d12 is cuz it's cast at 4th level. So it's just putting all of the potential numbers out. But because
yeah, so I feel like there
you
should
don't
be a
get that
subtraction there.
yeah, like you're not going to get that bonus action damage on this turn. So I think it's just like Foundry being Foundry.
So it'd be 5d12.
Foundry got a foundry.
2.
So yeah, do you want to
for
just
5.
erase the last whatever it is? Would it be 4d12?
Yeah, so 75 minus.
I leave it up to the dungeon master.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
You know
get
how
rid
much
of the last
damage you're
4.
gonna. Yeah, you know how much damage you're gonna do to your creature, so do that.
Yes.
But it was a wicked hit, pow.
11.
That was
That
yeah.
was a wicked hit.
Minus 11. So
Was
32. If my math is right. 10, 20, 30. 1.
And that'll be my turn.
And you have a connection. Okay, so 32. And this is what kind of damage? Lightning.
Lightning.
Oh no. Okay.
Did you take away the last 4?
Yeah, I just pulled the last 4.
Yeah, there's like a 10, an 11, a 1, and an 11, so it's somewhat less, but still pretty good hit.
Still it's 32
what
damage.
does it come out to?
Oh,
How
let's
much?
see, 30, like 42.
42?
Yeah,
Huh?
it should be more than 32, I think.
Hold on. I got a
Is it-
math.
42.
I'll just do the first set. Because I did the total and then subtracted, and I was like, I should probably just
Yeah.
Oh,
add the first.
however it works for you is fine.
It's 12, 24, then plus that 6 would be 30, plus another 12 would be 42.
Okay. 42.
Does 42 kill that thing? Probably not, huh?
But I still have my concentration up, and I am now connected with an electric thread to this guy.
With a power line.
Yeah.
All
I'm a
right.
Wichita lineman on this guy.
Do 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 do. Doodle doo doo. All right. So you moved. You did your witchy bolt. The thing you were tethered to. It swims up.
Now,
Yep, I'm good.
I don't understand that tether. Why is he tethered to it?
It's part of the spell. So this thing
Okay.
swims up. And let's see here. Hisses. Yeah, it kind of hisses something at all of you. And it is going to dive back beneath the water. It moves 30. It has a swing. Okay. And at that point, you would also see nothing happen yet because it is not their turn.
Oh, it doesn't respond right away.
Opal. Well, it's just not their turn.
Oh, it's my turn? I'm still sinking, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
And Opal, not not in a way, is frustrated. She wants to be able to swim. She can't.
Yeah, for you, it's going to be a climb check to get out of here. But that's after you hit the bottom. Anyway.
Damn. So
Did
I'm
Zed give you the rope?
No, he stabbed a bitch.
he stabbed a bitch. It's fine.
With the
Oh.
attack of opportunity.
I-
He was waiting for
Yeah.
the ability to help Opal break the grapple.
Right.
I'm picturing it was almost like Zed swam down. He's got the rope and he's holding it, kind of like motioning, gesturing, like, I'm gonna help tie you up. And Opal's just like, yeah, thumbs up. And then in that moment, Opal gets dropped.
Oh, yes, right.
And so Zed, in reaction, stabs the thing that dropped Opal and is now just
Right.
standing there or floating there with the rope in his hand.
And Zed, I imagine the last thing you hear underwater is just the last of the air in Opal's lungs going. As she
Lungs?
sinks further.
You talk perfectly fine. You don't have lungs to worry about.
Huh.
You're a
I mean,
construct.
there's still this disruption from water. It's not like air.
There is.
I'm seeing Opal's mouth is open and there's bubbles like spewing out, and all of a sudden the bubbles stop, but Opal's still just, I'm assuming, mouthing like in the water. It's just, there's just no more air.
I mean, Cube is saying she can speak. Fuck. Shit. Nah!
Yeah, so typically, creatures that have a swim speed can speak and cast spells underwater with ease. Otherwise, good luck. However, Opal does not need to breathe, so the worry about doing any verbal components is not necessarily a worry for their ability to properly say what they want to say. Whether or not they're heard correctly is different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Something to consider in the future. Constructs underwater could be terrifying if they're spellcasters. Anyway, what are you doing, Opal?
I can't see anything above me, can I?
Not anymore. The surface is quickly fading away from you. So you can attempt a swim check to, maybe slow your descent.
Yeah,
You
that'd be
could
true.
try to grab onto the ledge in front of you because it's a sheer, like,
Oh, right. Yeah,
rock.
Opal is going to use her armor to grab onto the wall using her intelligence rather than her strength. Because I can actually use my armor like that. Yay!
If only you put a grappling hook launcher in it.
If
Not that any rope would be able to. Well, we determined rope can handle a lot of weight. Anyway, do your thing.
Yeah, you did that. You did that for us.
Yep, the research.
Yeah, last session. All right. And a saving throw or just an check?
It's just going to be a check, and it is going to be based on. I would probably say athletics. Because you're trying to dig in and not fall.
All right. We are replacing the negative modifiers for athletics with positive ones. Yippee.
Yippee
Because yes, I
skippy.
am expending a use of this. Of my armor to make sure I don't mess this up. Now please, dice, bestow upon me. Never mind. Because even with my great +4 to intelligence, That is still only an 8.
Well, unless you have an inspiration.
Yeah, I would
do
say you can
not.
use my inspiration.
Thank you. That is actually. Oh wait, that first one would have
That's
been a
higher.
9. This one is a 23.
So with a 23, Zed, you do something to motivate. Probably because you're holding the rope out as Opal's just sinking away.
I'm just like reaching the rope out, just kind of like bubbling, just like, fucking, I grab it.
Opal is motivated by the idea of not having to climb all the way from the bottom of this fucking pit.
And you catch onto the wall and hold yourself completely from sinking further. The next challenge will be climbing up. But that will be for the next turn to figure out.
Yep.
Unless we can get that rope to her, then sorry, and whoever else will be pulling.
You know, Opal's keeping in mind. Add
10,
spikes
15,
to armor for
20.
bastard frogs.
That's right.
25, 30.
Because the next time she's going to bring that gamer down with her. Weren't there more frogs in this? Probably
5,
shouldn't
10,
be able to see
15,
them
20,
anyways.
25, 30. They have all started to swim away. Zed! There's still the one in front of you. But it seems like it's also in the midst of turning and retreating. Ow. But what's Zed doing here?
Oh, sorry. I just had to wait for just a sec. So what happened?
It's your turn.
What did the other two do? Did they all just disappear?
Mm-hmm. They started swimming away.
This one's still here though, in front of me.
It is not its turn yet. It looks like it's about to start swimming away.
Okay.
Wait, so there's only one left now? I'm confused.
Nice to meet you, Confused.
Yeah.
Hey, who just turned me weird? Was that me? Oh, that was me. Oh, weird.
Zed's gonna attempt to. Ooh. He's gonna attempt to grapple it, but if the grapple's successful, he's gonna there's like gonna be a little bit of flavor to it, if that's cool.
Well, it will be opposed, so
Okay. And it's just strength, or would it be athletics?
it will be athletics.
Okay. Oh wow.
So we can do strength or dex. They're both the same. It's not trained in per se. So athletics.
No
Ooh,
way.
nice. Very nice.
Meet or beat.
Uh,
It is a fierce battle between the two of you. And, you know, it's kind of like this thing is turning to try it. Wait a minute, was it wrong? 18, okay. I was making sure it wasn't a nat 20. Anyway. Yeah, so it looks like it was turning to swim away, and you tried to do like the stealth kill, kind of grab it from behind, but it is underwater. You know, it's in its natural habitat. It's very slippery and slimy. and just barely, squirms out of your grasp.
Um. Well, that didn't work. um. Not really anything else I could do except for move. That would give attack of opportunity probably. So yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Alrighty. Sorry. You see a lot of bubbles underwater.
Is that all I see are bubbles?
I mean, you see the silhouette of the thing, kinda, sorta.
The one there's Zed. Is that the only one that's left? I don't see any other one than the one near Zed there.
The only one you see.
Okay. So now I'm going to play with that weapon that was pointed out to me.
Hey, Kozik, what's the range on Witch Bolt? Isn't it just like, once you tethered, it's indefinite? Suddenly I can't find the
Ye-
Witch Bolt in the... do. Oh, there it is.
So, Cube, I have a question.
60 feet,
It
okay.
says you have a bonus to attack and damage rolls. It doesn't say anything about how much damage, how many dice get rolled. Doesn't say anything about anything. When I look at the
Because it's a
arcane loaded hand
because it's a
crossbow.
custom-made weapon. So let's see here. It was... I believe that was a +1.
The bonus is a +1?
Yeah,
Okay, but how many, like,
just +1 to attack and +1 damage if it hits.
okay. But it doesn't say like how much it's rolling. Okay, I'll
If
just
you look at the info, sorry, I was muted. You hover over it,
Yeah.
those 3 dots on the right. I can go to view item, but you could open it and say edit. On the left, it says it's got a +4 to hit, and it does 1d8 +1 piercing.
Oh, okay. It's just not showing up unless I do that. Okay.
Yeah, it's because of her modifiers.
Did it
So yeah,
hit?
Cubed already like put all the stats in there for it.
Okay. Did it hit cubed?
A 16 will not hit it.
Is that including my the +1 bonus?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's got it all.
Okay, I'm
You have extra
gonna
attack though.
do my extra attack. Yes. Oh. Can I, if I use my oh, I had an inspiration, but now it's not there. What did I do? I must have hit it. Can I use an inspiration to do another attack, or does that not work? That's only for a
Nope.
roll.
That's just to see if you can... So you can re-roll one of those.
Okay, I'm re-rolling the one I just did. Okay. Oh, sorry is not used to not having any luck, but she's really worried about Zed now, and she can't help.
All right. I'm guessing you're staying where you are. So,
Yeah.
Niavara.
And to be clear, Veldrin's crawled out of the water.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm more just clarifying. Because, like, he's kind of on that rock.
I
Is
think
that
he
correct?
did.
Yes, no, maybe so.
That would be my guess. Think he did?
Yeah, he's out of the water.
All right.
Actually, I would say technically this one's still visible because you hit it with the guiding bolt,
So
but they
you
look
had
like they're
said that
running.
they're running for real. Is it for real or are they getting help?
Mm.
Niavara, incapable of swimming, decides to use a prayer bead. The prayer bead of wind walking.
Oh, that is such a cool bead. Wind walking.
A fly speed. Oh. That's a cloud form.
You can be a fart.
Up to 10 willing creatures of my choice within range.
You can all be farts.
We can all be farts.
Opal can't be a fart. She's too far underwater.
Opal has a thing to turn herself into a fart.
A potion of gaseous form.
Objectively true information.
All I'm saying is that the phrase wind walking implies being able to walk in the wind as yourself, not be a fart.
It
Farts
does
walk.
imply that.
That
I
and,
agree.
Do not
that
walk,
and
actually.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Opal's mouth is filled with water. Opal is in water. How is she going to drink a liquid potion?
So how down exactly is Opal?
20,
Do we know?
Opal is going to start.
because the
crying.
original
just-
5
just
and then sank
snickers.
15, so 20 total.
Oh, now you're telling. He was just snickering before.
Unironically, if I move here, Opal is now within range and it becomes a fart with me. And therefore is no longer in the fucking water.
Imagine being a fart in the water.
She would just
Bubble.
It's like a bubble.
Yep.
It's a bubble.
So what are you doing? That's the hypothetical.
Doing that to Opal and Veldrin, and does Zedrin want to be on the out of the water?
I don't. I guess I guess you wouldn't know, but the only reason he jumped in was because Opal got grabbed. He wasn't just going for a swim.
all right. Zed, do you?
Let's
I
get
think you
out of
had
the
a decision.
water.
Indeed.
Yeah. And not knowing what anybody else is doing, Opal is just climbing up the wall to the best of her ability.
All right. Fart time. Yeah, you become a bubble. Zed becomes a bubble. Belger becomes a bubble. And that is the bonus action.
Little one becomes a bubble.
Is he a willing creature who wanted to be a fart?
What doesn't little one want to do?
Is he within 30 feet of me?
I mean, he's usually with Zed.
True.
Well, I guess instead we'll ask the reverse question: who doesn't want to be a fart bubble? And then that'll determine other factors.
Opal,
Why would we? Why
feeling
would
the
we
magic.
want to be a fart bubble? You want to
You
be a
can
fart
fly.
bubble, Opal. It'll help you. It'll help you float more.
No, I know. Opal feeling the magic will just go. I'm just going to assume this is for the best and allow it.
I'll remain a solid body.
Can't figure out how
Okay,
to
so
turn
1, 2, 3.
I'm staying the way I
I'm
am.
going to suggest that you take it anyway. You can undo it in a minute, Kozik,
Okay.
but it lasts for 8 hours and you move 300 feet per second or 300 feet per round.
You.
What?
Holy
All
shit!
right,
We
I
should
guess
have
Oh,
just
wait.
done this to get
Nature
across
fly.
the
Okay,
Underdark.
wait. Yeah,
I'll be a
let's check
fart
this real
bubble.
quick. 300 feet per round.
Yes.
Yep, fly speed of
We can
300.
we can still perceive and see everything. Yes.
Yes.
The only
Yeah, I'll be
actions the
one.
target can take in this form are the dash action or a magic action to begin reverting to their normal form. Reverting takes 1 minute, during which the target has the stun condition. Until the spell ends, the target can revert to cloud form, which requires a magic action, followed by a 1-minute transformation.
So
Wait, for the
Let me-
duration, for 8 hours, we can switch back and forth.
Yes.
oh,
And we can move so
strong.
fast.
Yes.
All of
Take
us?
the dash action. That's 600 feet because it doubles your movement.
Yes.
Also, let me just say something. You guys using this movement speed, probably not the best idea because you guys can get lost. Opal can't.
We're
If
just
Opal
gonna
Oh,
follow you,
we all
Opal.
have
We're
it.
gonna follow you. We all
Opal-
have it.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, Opal just leading the pack. We can go wherever we want.
Let's fucking
So-
explore the Underdark, I guess.
And Cubed, I have a question.
Yes?
How long would you consider a round of combat?
Well, round of combat's about 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can move
A minute.
so fast.
A minute really doesn't work though, is the problem, because you can't do any you can't hurt anyone while you're in this thing. So you
So?
can't beat.
All we gotta do is get
It
away
takes a
from it, though.
minute for you to get out of it.
Yeah, so unless somebody has like a heat-seeking missile, I think we're fine. Probably.
You're going to give him ideas.
Yes.
As
The
long as there's no like
intercontinental ballistic
vacuum cleaner
fireball.
monster or something.
Oh, not the vacuum cleaner monster. The Luigi's Mansion.
God, that is a crazy spell.
Well,
Basically,
that's really
you can own.
got a cool
Basically, it just
spell.
says you have a lot of mobility, but you can't really do anything else.
Except
I-
move.
I am
Yeah, mobility.
imagining the
we could
opal
probably find
bubble-
Veldrin and Niavara's house with all that speed and time.
Yeah. The opal bubble just emerges from the water.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we're still in initiative.
All right, are we? Wait. if
Yeah.
we're-
The
I-
real
I-
problem is that now that we're in bubbles, we are going to have to run away. But they're also running away. So maybe we're going to see what they were running from.
Oh, I like to think they were running from us.
Isn't that hopeful? Niavara is going to. Oh my god. Back up. A little bit.
What?
Because she's also a fart at this point. I can actually effectively take this movement.
What is this thing right? Oh, I can't touch anything.
And just float like a solid 20 feet above the water. T-pose. and that's
can
my
you
turn.
make my icon go right side up? I don't know how I did that. Thank you so much.
Shift and rotate mouse wheel.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Wait. Just be on it and rotate it, or press down your.
I'll just
Yeah,
have
it
your
selected
token
and then
selected.
Oh, I see. Okay, thanks.
All right, so you're 220 feet above water. It is still dark and murky. So this thing, as indicated before, dives under into the depths of the darkness.
Yeah, nothing left to grapple with.
And that would effectively be the end of the combat. They have
Yay.
retreated for reasons you have no idea why.
Uh-oh. What's that thing?
pretty sure
What's
it's
that
because they saw
glowing?
Kozik.
Is a rock.
Okay, a rock, a glowing
It's one of
rock.
those things
Okay.
that blow up.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know what, gang? Now that we literally don't have anything to fear by going over the water, do we want to see what's over there?
Well, since we have no goals and we're just wandering around, sure, why not?
Mm. Since I can move that fast. Oh my god. I did not mean to go that far.
She's off the map.
Where'd you go? There you are.
I went off the map.
I mean,
And I
if you
couldn't
like, I can
grab.
start generating maps that are at minimum 600 feet. Good luck loading them.
Yeah, right.
Actually, maybe what I could hold on.
I guess there's nothing to.
We can theater of the mind.
We can't really
distance
get to the other
travel.
side of the water.
Hold, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like with how fast we can travel, it's
In
Yeah.
this form. It's a once per day thing. To be
Big.
fair, 8 hours is all day.
yeah.
Whee!
Units. Offset.
Wait, how large is this map?
Let's make
I-
it.
I want to see the effectiveness. How fast is?
Okay, this map from corner to corner. Out of this is completely out of character, by the way.
Yeah, got
It
Obviously.
got that.
245 by 245.
Oh yeah, we're out of there. Like we're
We
so
can
far
move.
past the.
We can traverse this map in one round.
6 seconds.
We are
We
flying
can
at
traverse
like
almost
Superman speed.
3 of these maps in 6 seconds.
Okay,
You're
Matt,
right.
you're a denizen of this place. You see exactly 6 fart bubbles
You might
flying.
not see them. I mean,
Can we call
yeah.
them
This is like-
something else besides fart bubbles? I mean, are they really
You're right.
fart bubbles?
we're all
We
are
UFOs.
Gaseous
Orbs
clouds.
with a menacing aura. How about that?
We're just UFOs. We're just blurs going
Yeah.
so
Here we go.
fast.
I have
So
rescaled
do
the
we
grid
have-
for you. So now when you measure,
Oh.
I'm looking now. I'm so eager.
So
my-
one tile is 600 feet. Nice.
That's awesome.
294 by 200 or 29,400 feet. Sorry. Bad at math. You.
so essentially,
There's everybody.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
imagining
other complication. It's very
Are we
easy to
getting
lose each
lost?
other.
Did I lose everybody? Yeah.
Uh,
I'm all alone, floating in space.
and it's not like I can light a torch in this form.
Nope.
If you right click
There
and
you
you
are.
just drag, you should be able to see people's tokens. Oh my god, because we're so far away, that's why they're not loading in right anymore.
Yeah, I can't really. For a moment, I saw everybody, but then, oh, there we go.
And every
It's because you're 600 feet away from them,
Dark
even
vision's
though you're
only
standing right next to
60.
them.
That's funny.
unimaginable speed.
Rescaled grid. So you remember that thing that Neovar was talking about, that there are oceans in the Underdark? You have found
Yeah.
the shores of one.
Oh,
Oh, that's why we couldn't really go anywhere. It just was water, 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 water. Who is this down here? I can't even see. Who's over here alone? Is that Beldrin or Niavara?
Well, since the area's pretty easy to traverse, I could just get rid of the global illumination.
So our bodies, are we in our bodies, or we really just become like
Giant clouds.
clouds? Like we're not corporeal any more than a cloud.
Itchy
Is
eye,
that what you're
itchy eye.
saying here? Is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
Appearing as wisps of cloud.
Ooh, that's pretty. I just got a new picture.
wait, I want to check something.
Are going to cross the ocean? Or go down the shore of the ocean to find a town? We wanted to find a town?
Remember, you can move it 600 feet. Doesn't mean you can see it 600 feet. So you don't really know
we
how
could-
far this ocean expands.
I know, I think we should just aim to follow the shore, not go out into the middle of the ocean. Should just aim to follow the shore and then find a town. Weren't we looking for a town for
Yes.
some reason?
Typically speaking,
Well, why don't we
along
just follow the shore?
shoreline sounds good.
Is this Veldrin way down over here or Niavara?
That's Vel.
Okay. Veldrin.
So amidst the shoreline scouring, you definitely wouldn't find any towns. But every so often you would see another one of those pterodactyls flying around, but they would seem unawares of your existence, even though you could, you outfly and you probably like fly up next to it. It just seems you don't seem like prey to it, so
Right.
it utterly ignores you.
It can't have a tasty meal of cloud.
Yes. So what do you mean we run into no towns on this big, huge ocean shore? Like zero? Like there's no towns? Like anywhere along the shore? Even if we've traversed for hours?
Mm-hmm. The Underdark,
Wow.
Underdark, my dear.
It's vast.
Well, and also,
Vast.
the idea that you can only really see so far is another factor.
We are moving fast, but we aren't moving break the sound barrier fast. At least not yet.
How's it going, Lava? So the question is,
Well,
where is the intent of where you want to go with this mobility?
So we've explored the shores of this thing, right?
yeah.
I think we regather back where we started, right? Recognizable by its weird landmark.
And explosive crystals.
and explosive crystals.
My portal compass will take us. Well, I guess if we don't want to go that far back.
I mean, I think we've explored this part pretty well. I think is what we do is that we go back to the shore, we transform back here into human forms, and we go up the northern shore, or we go uphill.
Oh, really?
How familiar are you?
Like
with-
somebody wanted to do.
I would get away
before.
from there before you de-transform, because they will just like throw you into the ocean.
Why don't we
Veldrin.
just fly?
Up the hill? Good idea. We're gonna
Instead
fly
of
up that hill before we
climbing.
manifest.
So
Great
I
idea.
say we can fly most of the way, but we still have to de-transform because it takes a minute to do, and you're stunned the whole time.
Okay,
Yeah,
but let's
so
get up
we
the hill first.
Fly to a spot where we could transform for a minute.
Yeah, like.
All
that.
right, Val, don't forget you.
Come on, Veldrin.
Let's
Veldrin must be
Zoom.
Up,
snoozing.
so it's very difficult for me to manage the
Vel.
movement.
Just assuming like we're all moving together, kind of theater of mind, you know.
Ye-
just going. You.
All right, so they're over here. Thank you for
Also,
the
I'm
follow,
not
by the
sure if I
way.
did the math correctly. 34-ish miles an hour?
That's a sensitive mic.
Oh. How
Wait,
What?
600 feet per per what?
6 seconds.
Oh right,
Every
I forgot to do
6
that
seconds
math.
is every 10.
100 feet.
I
It's 100
so
feet per second.
So it's
Yeah.
6,000 feet per minute.
You're right, sorry. Yeah, 6,000 feet per minute times times 60 minutes in an hour.
68 miles an hour.
I don't have my thing with me.
Ooh.
Well, you're cooking it, man.
I was only calculating the non-dashing speed.
The color
What?
of that water is so beautiful.
Well, the dash makes it
All right.
600. All right.
Well,
So where
can't we
y'all's
dash
going?
the whole time? We're going up the hill. I guess back to where we started when we decided to go down the hill, right?
Hmm.
We go back up the hill to where we were before, so we can go forward. Or was it
Yes,
uphill or
uphill.
downhill?
Uphill.
Okay, so we're going past where we were before, and now we're headed uphill. Until we
Currently, I
find a
do not
lovely,
have space
safe,
in this
little
game.
looking flat
It is
spot where
currently
we can
full.
take that minute to incorporate.
6 is a lot of people.
Yum.
Oh
So-
yeah, the real reason why I was suggesting doing it here is because you know what's not here? The
What's not
here?
pterodactyl.
Yeah, right.
Or whatever the fuck that is.
Also, I do find it kind of funny that we could be breaking speed laws.
Yes, the bird speed laws. So I suggest doing it here, so that
Why?
we're again
But what about what does
doing
that
it-
matter if the pterodactyl's there or not?
because
'Cause they
if
don't
you
even
try
notice
to,
us.
I know, but we're going to probably have to. We have to reincorporate to investigate where new place we're going to.
Right.
And if that place is open and there's a pterodactyl above us, you know what that thing's going to do with the minute of free time?
Well, it'll do that
Mm,
wherever we
yummy.
incorporate,
Well,
whether
now
we're
hold on.
next to the lake
Speaking
or
of
not.
minutes, if this lasts for as long as it's supposed to, why did we just do this for about 30 seconds?
Huh?
Why are we incorporating your? I mean,
Why
do
are
we
you
wanna
worried about
incorporate it?
why are you worried about where we end up when we can travel so fast?
I suppose. Again, it's more of a matter
Yeah, like,
of
let's
if
just
there,
fucking
if
what,
there
up
is
here.
a
I tell you what,
threat there.
I tell you what, I will if you're worried, because I know it sounds like, you mentioned earlier being scared of the dark and all that, but if you're worried, how about I go into my form first, and then if there's a big scary bird, it'll attack me, and then you'll be fine.
God help you.
Which one? You got 6.
Yeah, right.
Oh, ha ha ha. You know what? It only seems fair for the sailor pirate to be offered up to the devourer.
I say we just keep going, following the upward path, and stay in this form so that we can just keep moving until we don't get that speed anymore, because we can cover so much more ground.
I did say the devourer does like fish. Maybe I'm still. That's
You
gonna kind
still
of
got
smell
a
himself.
smell about you, yeah.
Aye.
He's a god of the ocean, of wave and whelm, the god of nature in its wildest forms. His priests, they warn people about natural disasters. They prevent the
Are you talking about the
destruction of the
devourer?
yeah. They prevent the destruction of the land, and they go in search of lost seamen. I don't know if there's a
Hey!
better word for Zedrin than a lost seafarer. Seems apt.
So what do you guys say we just follow the uphill path in this form? Because even though we can go dashing 600 feet every 6 seconds or 100 feet per second, we also don't have to travel quite that fast, so we can see the path to follow it and whatnot.
All right.
I mean, let's go as fast as we can go and still be able to see where we're going. Like, see far enough ahead so that we don't run into a wall or something because we're going so fast. So if we follow the upward path, where do we end up, boss?
So basically following the side route, because it was go downhill or go forward or go left or right.
Ah, before you just said up or down, forward, left, or right.
Well, I said there was like you can follow the cliffside or you can go down, and you guys chose to go down.
Yeah. So following the cliffside. So, but then you're also saying you can go up.
I
You
mean,
said
now you can go up
3 things.
because you have the movement to be able to go up.
But there's not necessarily a path or anything going up, right?
Nothing blatantly obvious within your range of visibility.
Well, let's follow the cliffside. Let's follow the path forward. What do you guys say?
Sounds like a plan.
So do you follow it sort of to the left side or to the right side? If you're looking, like if you're back at where you were and you're looking down where you went down at, do you go left or right?
Left. What do you guys think?
Question.
All right. What do you guys think? Left or right?
Let's try out left. We can always make our way back here with my keen intuition.
With your keen sense of the obvious.
All right. Left it is, it sounds like. So you continue left, follow the leftward path, and it doesn't really take too long before you come across. Let's see, because he went that way. So it won't take too long before it kind of seems like the edge of the cliffside, like the drop down, becomes more and more of a sheer cliffside, and more separated from the shoreline that you followed before.
Uh-huh.
So it's the cliffside and the shoreline are getting further and further apart, basically.
Okay. And we're going sort of up?
I don't know, are you?
Well, if they're getting farther and farther apart, we must be going up a little bit.
Well, it's more the cliffside is because
Oh, the
so
other
the
way.
angle
Okay.
going from like
Laterally
45
farther
degrees
apart.
to like 90, and
I see. Yeah, yeah.
but also separating away from. So yeah, it's not necessarily rising or falling, it's just pulling away.
Yeah, yeah.
Separate
Gotcha.
lane until you come to what appears to be pretty, not too long, what looks like an old dilapidated stone tower that looks like part of it has collapsed into the mushrooms, part of it has been reclaimed by the mycelia, part of it looks like it is actually collapsed off the side of the cliff, because you can see what looks like part of a tower and like maybe some like a house or something, but also it looks like half of it just a chunk of it has fallen over the edge. So either somebody had a really good idea or was really poor at planning.
So we can communicate in these forms with each other, right?
Well, we have been this whole time, so I would hope so.
Right. Yeah. I don't see any need to stop at this thing. Do any of you? Because I think we should take advantage of the time we've got with this speed, so we can figure out where in the Underdark we are, so that we can see how close we are to Veldrin and Miavara's town. And we probably won't know where we are in the Underdark until we come to some sort of settlement. So I'm of a mind to keep going.
There might be some indication of where we need to be going, or where we're at in that tower. Maybe even a dweller of the Underdark. I say we can't pass up going to check it out.
What's that game?
But didn't he say it had been overtaken by mycelia and whatnot, and it's all falling apart? Doesn't seem like there'd be anybody in there.
But we could go in there.
Ah, sorry sighs and acquiesces.
Sorry is
And are
always
we
being
still in our
dragged into
gaseous
certain
form?
conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
What'd you say, Opal?
It is always funny how Sari is the one getting dragged into things she does not want to do. Peak comedy.
Heavy sigh.
We're like ghosts in this world. Let's go haunt this tower.
Very true.
We come and go as we please.
Yeah, right. We can just go soar right up to whatever the highest part of it is, since part of it's fallen over.
I get an image form. It reminds me something.
Let's go.
Enough. Perfect. So you guys going in? Is that the consensus?
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Which entryway would you like to partake? You have a myriad of options because you have the mobility to do so. Would you like to try
Well,
and go
I'm
into a
thinking we
front
should-
door? Through the
No,
top?
go up high.
Through a
Go
hole?
through the top. Through the top. That's what I think. Someplace
There's gonna be some
it's something
dark
we never get to do.
here.
What's that?
So there's going to be some evil ass wizard in this tower,
An evil ass lizard.
and we're going to. It's going to be the
There's gonna be
Mm.
the wizard with the most nefarious spells up there.
mend butt crack. All right, let's go, guys.
You don't have butt cracks.
Ay,
You're fart clouds.
ay.
Well, I'm assuming can he counterspell this? Yeah, I guess.
Dispel magic is a thing in the world,
Yeah,
yes.
I forget that. I forgot. I just before you said dispel magic, I remembered about it.
As are other things. So going in through the top?
Yeah. Sounds okay.
Alright, so a squad of 6 fart clouds makes their way into the top of this old dilapidated tower. And on the top, so it looks like there's like a trap door that leads into it, but the door is like covered in like fungus and like bioluminescent fungus, and it's like it's almost like the wood is serving as sort of like a flower bed or a perfect like habitat
Ah.
for mushrooms to grow on, because organic material and spores.
Cool. Cool.
But the rest of the tower is still made of stone. It's the mycelia has grown on the sides of it. You can see like vines and stuff like that have grown up the sides and pretty
Ooh,
in and
Shades
out.
of Last of Us. Shades of Last of Us, when like the whole fungi is like taking over the whole. That's cool.
Never watched it.
You haven't watched it? Oh, okay. There's a whole fungi network takes over, and it like these zombies. People become zombies from this fungus, and they start turning into like mushroom fungi things. And it's pretty cool.
They do turn into pretty fun guys.
I don't see any point in going in here. And do we have to reincorporate to go in? Just reiterating. Do we have to reincorporate to go in here?
Wisps of cloud.
I would say not.
Stay in cloud form, then nothing can engage with us. So that's actually kind of a good way to go in. But in order to
Also,
open that door, we
we
probably
can't
need
do
a hand to
anything.
open it with.
We can't do anything except move or revert. So I mean, as I see it, the only actions a target can take is dash or magic action to revert. So we can't even do like a perception or like an maybe passive perception, but
Does that track, Cubed?
I mean, as per the wording,
Okay.
I'll investigate. Well, not as a cloud, you won't,
Right.
But we can go look inside. We can go inside, which I want to do.
Well, that means incorporating, I think.
Are there any open windows?
it wouldn't be a tower without some.
Yeah. Veldrin's just gonna like go through or like test a
seen-
open window.
I've seen towers without windows.
Yeah, but then they get really muggy. Yeah, so Veldrin going in one window, everybody stand at the top.
Well, I don't want Veldrin to go by himself into.
So we can't enter through the
Oh,
top.
we
is that
can't
what
be
you're
hurt.
saying?
Yeah, that's right. We can't be hurt if we're. Yeah, we got to go in the window. We're going in the window because we don't have
All
a
right,
hand or a
let's go in the
corporeal
high
form to
window. I
open
don't
the
care.
thing. Yeah, let's go in the windows.
All right, so a party of totally not fart clouds goes into a old abandoned tower.
No, we're staying disincorporated.
Once you're inside.
Yeah, we're staying. We're just looking around. We're not incorporating.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you were saying? What we were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still fart clouds.
Yeah, still fart clouds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say something different?
You did because you said that part of us were incorporated and part of us weren't. I thought.
No, he said 6 fart clouds fly through a window.
Oh, I thought you split us up.
He
You
didn't
said
say anything about incorporating.
Oh, I
He's
thought you
wondering
said
if we were
some went
staying at
one
the
way and
top.
some went another way.
He was asking if we were gonna stay at the top while Veldrin went through the window, or if we were all going through. And we said we were all going through, and so he said, "Okay, so you all go through."
Well, why didn't my brain track that? I'm sorry.
Well, I guess you could say you're having a brain fart. Got him.
Okay, so
Alright.
we're all going in the window with Veldrin.
Yep. So you're all flying on into the window. And it doesn't say it affects your ability to see, like dark vision or anything. So yeah, so you fly into a window, and inside you would see somewhat similar mushrooms and mycelium that is overgrown. It looks like there was a kind of like a lab, but it looks like it's been overgrown, reclaimed by quote unquote nature. Like there's like a wooden table, but like the mushrooms have started growing into the cracks of it and just sort of taking over. It looks like the things that haven't been taken over seem more man-made, like a couple of glass beakers here and there, but you'd probably even see like some mushrooms like growing inside of the beakers. Like some old metal, but it looks like it's long since just rusted, and who knows what condition, what terrible, horrible condition this stuff is in. And once you were all inside and looking around, it's like this weird lab. It looks like there was a bookshelf, but just it's almost like it looks like where there was wood, where a bookshelf was, has been completely replaced by mushrooms, because you can tell by the indent where wood would be.
Oh,
But
that's
everything
cool.
has just been time has reclaimed. Time and nature have reclaimed whatever was in this room that it could anyway.
That
Glass, not so much.
that's just cool. That is so cool. I love seeing
And
where nature has taken over.
and once all of you fart, and you're staying as fart clouds, right? The whole time, checking this room out. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So at that point, you would probably catch a pair of like eye stalks slowly rise from some of the fungus.
Eye stalks rising from the fungus.
Yep.
Fungus on the floor or the wall. Just need
It
a
would
visual.
be,
Is it coming out of the floor? Or...
I'd probably say the floor.
Okay.
Actually, no, even cooler, out of the ceiling, because you're flying.
Ooh, that's cool.
And then from the eye stalks, seems like a bunch of little, almost translucent looking tendrils. And just a bunch of them. And what looks like the cap of a mushroom that is attached to these eye stalks and these tendrils. And from it
cool.
emerges a creature that just floats there. And it looks like this.
Oh, that's so
Wee.
cute.
Hi, Clarence.
How big is it? Clarence.
It is small. It's a small little creature. And that's where we're going to wrap up the session, as it seems to be
Oh, he's
aware of
so
you guys.
cute.
If
Oh,
we
right,
are
in our
able
cloud
to,
form. He's aware
if
of
we
us
are
in our
able to,
cloud form. Sorry, Zed.
I was gonna say, if we are able to speak, Zed would have actually said that out loud. That was in character.
Clarence.
Literally, there's a callback to like our one of the first few
Early,
episodes.
the first
Yeah,
few sessions.
That's so cool. He's so cute.
that was
Wow.
fun. That windwalk spell is a game changer. That's wild.
Man,
Oh my
that's
god, no, it's
crazy.
great for exploration. I have a feeling though it's going to not be used all the time for
Yeah,
DM's sake.
right.
I feel like if we use it too often, I made the joke earlier. We're going to have Tomahawk cruise missiles coming after us if we use it too often.
Well, I mean, you can only use it so many times. Because it says if a magic bead is removed from the necklace, that bead loses its magic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But
That-
if you leave it
Yes.
on the necklace and use it by dawn the next day, it's usable
Says it
again.
reads at the end of
Mhm.
size. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
As long as it
The-
stays on the bead. But
Yeah.
he's saying if we overuse it, he might consider,
Cutting it
breaking the
off.
necklace.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Yeah, but it could be used every day, but I don't think it's a good plan. But for right now, it's kind of fun.
Just zipping around.
A bunch of farts.
Yep. Once it
I'm
gets
really
fast, it
eager
can't be
to learn
done.
more about Clarence. I like him. He's so cute. One of those things where he's cute but not nice. We'll see.
Could be. Yeah.
This is evil Clarence.
Evil
Right.
Clarence. We lost
Aw.
good Clarence when we left him the last time we were here.
Oh. Oh, you guys have been to the Underdark before?
Yes, we started here. And we met him before, as I recall.
Oh, you started there.
If that is Clarence, it was like first session, or it was maybe the second session or so before we left, which we left in like the third session or something. We were only there for a little bit of time. But there was a mushroom on a wall, and I specifically, it's funny because I was actually thinking about this earlier. The last time we were in the Underdark was so early on. This is actually like really ironic because I was thinking about this earlier. Zed threw a dagger. It was one of the first things that Zed did, and I mean, this was my first D&D session campaign, so it was one of my first rolls ever.
Oh, cool.
I'm pretty sure I got a nat 1 trying to throw a dagger at a stationary mushroom on a rock wall. And it's a good thing I missed because it ended up being Clarence.
Oh,
Yes.
that's funny. That's awesome.
So I'm hoping that it's the same person. That would be a really fun callback.
When a nat 1 is a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
Sessioning over.
Yes, because we have to go watch at least the first episode of Andor.
All right. All right. Bye. Later. Alrighty. So to that point, we will. Bam. So that was fun. They got to use a very potent thing, and they know the consequence of action if overused. DMs can giveth and DMs can taketh away. So to that point, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out and chilling. Yeah. So the plan is we'll be back at it tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific. Announce many things. Might be doing a collab tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll get some info on that later. And yeah. As far as YouTube stuff, the Yubles Tubles. There we go. That's totally spacing. I'm kind of a space case today. So for those on YouTube, Yubles Tubles, when we do this, it's usually every Tuesday at 7:40 Pacific over on Twitch, twitch.tv/cubed222 for inquiring minds. I usually try and get the VODs uploaded by at the latest Mondays You know, because we play Tuesday and Wednesday. That gives me time to get other stuff done and, schedules. But yeah, beyond that, like I said, hope you all had a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And hopefully, we catch each other again soon. But until that soon comes to pass, I will catch you all again next time. Fare thee well, adventurers. Fare thee well.